Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Kang and this is Kang's Tarot. So I know it's been a while, it's been 8 months since my first video on this channel, but today I just felt called to do this reading for you all, and so here we are. So today's reading is going to be about how you're feeling about your person and how they're feeling about you. This person can be literally anyone that you have in mind. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family, it could be friends, it could be coworkers, it could be your boss even, or like just like people that you interact with and you don't want to put a label on it, whatever that is. So before we get into the pick a pile part and I show you the cards up close, I just want to say this is a general reading. Take whatever resonates, and if it doesn't, let it fly. Please watch these tarot readings responsibly. I'm just a pair of talking hands on the internet, and this is collective energy. Take everything with a grain of salt, and don't base your big life decisions on these readings, please. Okay, so we have 3 piles for you to choose today. I'm gonna show you each card, the front and the back of each card, and the stickers up close too, so you can make your choice based on if you're drawn to the back artwork or the front artwork or the actual card or the sticker. Just let your intuition guide you and take however long you need. You can pause the video if you want. Here's the up close of pile 1. We have the Rainbow Tarot. I love this deck, I just got it. And we have the Squish Gudetama sticker, and your card is Page of Wands. For pile 2, we'll use the Rider-Waite tarot. This is just a reprint, that's why the back artwork is different, but it's essentially just the same Rider-Waite deck. And we have this So What Gudetama sticker, and your card is 8 of Coins or 8 of Pentacles. And for pile 3, we have this Ramen Gudetama sticker, and your deck will be Tarot of the Divine, My Old Trusty, and your card is 2 of Cups. Like I said, take however long you need to pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose the Squish Gudetama and the Rainbow Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So to break it down, first we're going to do an energy check of you versus them, person A versus person B kind of style. And then we'll do a deep dive into what they're thinking and feeling about their connection with you, or just about you in general. And then we'll do a future wishes, like what they want the connection to become or keep being if it's already in that state. And then we'll do a future action, so what's the next significant action will be between you two and who will take that. And finally, we'll do some advice and guidance for your situation. It can be relating to this connection between you and them, or it could be just in general in your life. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-shuffled your energy check for this pile. This will be your person's energy, and this will be the connecting energy, and this will be your energy. Feel free to flip-flop those, because I'm doing this in like person A, person B. This can be your person and this can be you. But if none of these energies resonate with your current situation, then I would suggest picking another pile. Or if none of any of those energy checks like resonate, then unfortunately there's not a reading for you today. And in the connecting energy, I'm using the Pulp tarot by Todd Alcott right now. It's really, like, this is a really cool deck that I just got. Just to clarify, because this is the Rainbow Tarot that you already saw. Okay, so, on your side, how you're doing in your own life, we have King of Pentacles, and how you're doing about this relationship, we have 4 of Cups. And then on their side, we have 9 of Wands, and the Star. And your connecting energy right now is Justice. Okay. So on your side, I think you're very focused on work right now, or some kind of work. It doesn't have to be your career or your actual job. It can be like inner work. It can be like healing from somebody else, or some kind of wound, or some kind of falling out. Seems to you seems to be focusing on building your foundation right now, and just like kind of sit in your feelings and sit in whatever you've achieved or accomplished over the years. There's a vibe of like reassessing and reprioritizing, and just like there's a lot of work to be done. There's a vibe like that. Towards this relationship, I think you're saying no a lot, and you're saying not right now kind of vibe. There's this bird, there's this crow on your head that is looking at all these cups being offered, but you yourself is not looking at that. So it seems like some part of you wants to say yes, some parts of you want to accept whatever invitation or offer that's being given to you. It seems like emotional, because cups is more like emotions and feelings, but you, like, on the outside, you say no and you are refusing. Could be because you could use this like inner work or like actual like career job, like I'm too busy, like I work all the time, to as a reason for this saying no. But it also seems like maybe you're scared of being hurt. There seems to be a very like stern kind of feeling on this side, and you don't want to be vulnerable too quickly. There's a vibe like that. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, or like maybe this kind of offer kind of sounds similar to an offer you had in the past that didn't really go anywhere. Yeah, but it seems like right now you're not saying yes to this person, whatever it is. It could be like a friend asking to hang out, or it could be a family member asking to like talk to you, or like just like open up to you, or whatever, some kind of offer. Maybe they have an opportunity through connections, and they're asking if you can do like a favor for them, or if you want to take on some kind of job that they know of, and you're saying no because you're so focused on your own life, which is fair. But that's your vibe right now. But it seems like you still do appreciate their intention, whatever it is. You don't really show it though. It seems like you are internally appreciative and like respectful and grateful of that, but you don't really show it to them. Now on their side, Nine of Wands, it seems like in their life there might be a lot of setbacks lately, or maybe they're at the end of a project or something, and suddenly there's all these problems that start popping up. It doesn't seem like really big problems, but it seems like nuisances. Is that a word? But like things that just kind of like hinder the ending, like the finish line. And it just seems like they're a bit annoyed about that, and they're a bit annoyed about like not finishing on time. There's a sense of like maybe there's a deadline that they really wanted to hit, but then they ended up not. And it seems like, I don't know if it's objectively true, but it seems like from their perspective, all these problems are like external and there's nothing they can do about it. So they're just like annoyed about it. Yeah, pretty specific, but it seems like that's what they're most focused on right now. This project could also just be a relationship, a connection. It doesn't have to be like a work project or like a creative work or whatever. It literally can be anything. So for example, if it's a relationship, then it could be like maybe they've been trying to get to know someone better, but like they thought whatever they say just doesn't really hit the same way that they hoped that would. Even this could even be about your situation, but like a different perspective. So they're a bit annoyed about that, or like maybe they've been trying to meet with someone, or like they've been trying to manifest certain things, but it doesn't really come through quick enough, or like it doesn't come through just how they want it. So they feel a little bit out of their depths a little bit. And there's some impatience here. Now, towards the relationship between you two, or the connection, or like even just interactions between you two, I think they're pretty hopeful. There seems to be, maybe when you said no, and like maybe you said it very respectfully, and like you refused whatever they were offering very respectfully, but they kind of, it seems like before this period right now, when you said the no's before, it seems like they were hurt about that. Yeah, it seems like they took it more personally, but then I feel like they've reflected, oh, you notice there's the same bird here. Yeah, here and here. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. Yeah, but it seems like there could be like a mutual friend, or like yeah, there's some kind of like common ground somewhere. Maybe you work together, or maybe you have a mutual friend that you don't talk directly to each other, but you talk through that mutual friend, whatever the case. But anyways, maybe they were hurt about this, you refusing in the past, but I think right now they are feeling hopeful. So they're, even if there was an ending or falling out, whatever, I think they are feeling hopeful about the future. They're feeling hopeful about the situation could change for the better, and like it could become harmonious again. And I think we haven't gotten to the dreams and like wishes for the connection, but I think like they're really, what they really want this connection to be, I'm hearing like as it was. Okay, maybe that song could be significant, as it was by Harry Styles. But yeah, like they want to restore things to the balance. And then the energy connecting you two right now is justice. This card is about harmony, it's about restoring balance, and it's about literally justice. It's about being fair. So I think right now, whatever happened in the past of you two, like if they were hurt or not, I think they are realizing that this is all in divine timing. Like this is all part of the bigger picture, part of a plan. And I think because of this knowing, they kind of, yeah, this is connecting energy, but keep coming back to their energy. But I think because they realize that this process that you're both going through, because this part is serving a bigger picture, it helps them not take it too personally and like try to learn and grow from it. And on your side, I think you're feeling, even when you're saying no to all this, no to all these offers, I think you know deep down that there's some part of you that wants that, and like you have to reconcile different parts of you at one point. You know, like I think you're saying no to this because your self-improvement progress is taking the wheel, but you know that there's this part of you, like this spirit inside of you too, and right now these two parts are not connecting, and you feel like this process of you kind of working on yourself will kind of have to end at a point that you reconcile different parts of yourself, and like you become more balanced within yourself. Regardless, I think the general feeling, or like the general vibe between you two is like acceptance. I think you're all accepting this situation and recognizing exactly what you're doing, and like being very aware of what the consequences of your actions right now. And if you're feeling sad over a decision, or if they're feeling sad over a decision they've made in this connection, I think you're both like acknowledging that and accepting that. And there's a sense of balance, and there's a sense of real temperance, even though this is not the temperance card. I really feel the energy of temperance here between you guys. And it seems like there's not much happening in the 3D. Maybe you're not talking, or maybe you're talking very minimally, but you're both like accepting that, and one party is a little bit more hopeful, one party is still in this kind of like saying no energy and like pushing out other energies because they're working on themselves. But regardless, I feel like this is like if you're worried about like things have gone off course or something, this is confirmation to say that this is exactly how it was supposed to play out, and you both need to learn lessons before you can move forward together or apart. Okay, so we'll go deep dive. We'll get into the deep dive of how they're feeling and thinking about you. So for this part, I'm gonna shuffle on camera. Okay, so how is pile 1's person thinking about them, like perceiving them or perceiving the connection? Okay, and how does pile 1's person actually truly deeply feeling about them? Like beneath all the logic and beneath all the facade, it seems like they were putting on some kind of facade. Like they have a reason. This is a reason, not an excuse. It seems like they play up that reason, like they make it bigger than it really is, just to have more reason for their cutoff. If that makes sense. Okay, one more, how they're feeling about pile 1, please. Okay. Okay. So how they're thinking, like how they perceive you, or like their rational mind. What does their rational mind think about this situation or about you? Hermit. Okay. And 4 of Swords. Okay. And then how they're feeling. 6 of Cups. The Emperor. Interesting how similar the colors are in these cards. Usually these cards, as you can see, they're very like different color palettes. It's interesting that these are, yeah, connected in some way. Then finally, we have Tower. Okay. Actually, I'll get one more card to clarify the Tower, because there's a lot of different possibilities of interpretations within the Tower, so... Okay, 8 of Wands. Again, this is so interesting. The colors between these two are really similar, and then colors between these two are similar. So yeah, maybe 1 or 2 of you could work in somewhere it's more artsy, or like there's this kind of like aesthetic that you follow. This is like really random, but if it resonates, that's further confirmation. Or you try to, or you both really like to color coordinate your clothes or something. Yeah, or 1 of 2. Yeah. Okay, what they're thinking about you or about this situation, I feel like right now, I don't think they think about this a lot, if I'm being totally honest. It seems like they're trying to like quiet their mind and like trying to find peace in their life more. There seems to be, maybe there's like other stuff. Yeah, maybe it's this project, or like multiple projects or multiple things in their life that they need to focus on, and it has been very taxing for their mind, for their mental health could be, but it could like their mental energy. So they're trying to protect that by just being more like introspective and like find more peace within themselves, and like trying to find a place and time for them to just be and not think about anything. Yeah, it seems like they're, when they do actually think about this situation, which is not a lot, I think they've kind of let it rest. Like maybe if they were fiery, oh, this is you. Sorry. If they were really like, if they, if they were very hopeful about this and like they keep like trying to make things happen in the past, I think at this point they're really hopeful, but I think they're kind of letting it rest and like letting time take its course and just letting things play out for now. So they don't really think about it that much. I think they've analyzed it to death at this point, and they're just kind of like, you know, I'm just gonna be in my hermit mode. I'm just gonna not think about this as much because I've done all that I can do. It seems like they're in that mindset. Yeah, there's a sense of peace within this acceptance. Interesting how different, maybe their life has been really chaotic, but then when they think about this, regardless of whatever happened in the past, and maybe they were sad about it, right now they feel like when they put their energy into this, it's like less about like trying to fix it or trying to like make it better. They're just kind of accepting that this is the state of things. And yeah, this could also be like maybe they feel very peaceful. They think about you as a very like peacekeeping kind of person, and they think like they're not worried, like all their swords are like hung up on the wall or like here, like it's like they laid rest of whatever they wanted to say, and it's kind of like, yeah, they feel like when they're with you, or like they feel like when anyone's with you, you just kind of bring that kind of calm energy to them. Yeah, that's what I think about you, like logically. Yeah. Okay, about how they're feeling about you. Let's do these like pair by pair. So Six of Cups and the Emperor. This could be parent and children, so this could literally be your parent, or you could be their parent. There seems to be a lot of good memories between you two, so maybe whatever they're feeling about you, like when you pop up in their head and in their heart, is like they're remembering or like reminiscing over like really good memories that you shared together, or some kind of like shared heritage. So maybe like a shared holiday that you spent together, or like maybe you came from the same background if you're not related, or maybe you are related, maybe this is your sibling. There's a sense of like grounding with the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy, so that could be further confirmation. Yeah, there's a sense of like unconditional love no matter what. Like no matter what the situation is right now, I feel like there's always going to be unconditional love there, and there's a sense of like joy in sharing memories, or like sharing childhood. I'm hearing hyperfixations, so maybe you had the same interest when you were like really young. Yeah, and like this is a very hopeful and like loving, caring, compassionate energy. The Emperor is like wanting to cover, like wanting to like take care of each other. So I do think they want to take care of you in some way or another. Like they want to help you grow and learn, help you like be there as like a very responsible I'm hearing adult, but like adult in parentheses. So like just wanting to be there and observe and give like tough love lessons. It's not like someone who will guide you like step by step or like be very compassionate. It's someone who will like call you out. Yeah, I feel like they want to be that for you, or they feel like you already do that for them, or both at the same time. Both can be true too. But I feel like you two both have like a loving, like there's two sides of the connection that they're really like in their feels about. Is like this like more heartfelt and kind of like youthful loving energy, and there's also this like tough love energy, and like these two like balance each other out. So maybe you like your archetypes like that. Maybe someone is more like, you know, youthful and fun and like just like the full kind of energy of like just like chasing whatever the heart wants, and someone is more like strategic and like they are loving too, but they love in a way that's not always gonna be like fluffy and like soft and gentle, but a little bit more harsh and a little bit more like tough love. Yeah. And I think, okay, there's definitely something that happened, like some kind of, maybe not ending, but some kind of fight or like conflict that happened between you two. Maybe because you said no to them, or you were refusing whatever. It seems like, yeah, there's a vibe of like this person, like your person keeps saying sorry and sorry and sorry or something, or like they keep apologizing or they keep repeating the same thing, maybe repeating the same mistake even, and you're just saying nope, I'm not gonna, like, not this time, like this is, if this is the same mistake, then they're saying like this is enough, like this is the last straw. Or if this is them saying sorry, you just keep not accepting their apology or something. But I think they're thinking that it's their feeling. They have a sense that it's coming to a point that this tower, like this conflict, will catch up to you, and you will kind of realize that, you know, things were not as black and white as you think. And I think this person feels like a lot of this whole connection or this whole relationship has been built upon false foundation, because the tower is all about false foundation and about like doing things that you know is not right for you, but you keep doing it out of habit or something, and then finally it comes crumbling down because it's really not, like, it comes to a breaking point because it's, you know, you can't just do things that are bad for you forever. Yeah, and I think whatever they feel about you is that things either happen all at once or it will fizzle out from here. So there seems to be a vibe of like all or nothing. So like they either want you to be really close or they want to cut this off completely. It seems like they are very hopeful though, so I'm leaning towards like they want it all. But I feel like if they're feeling like if they can't have it all, they don't want anything, you know. Yeah, it seems like they kind of recognize, or like to them, like both sides of both parts of this connection, like this more youthful carefree energy and this more stern and responsible part of the relationship, of the connection, both matters. So if they can't have it all, if they can only have one or two or like even less, like half of this, then they don't want anything at all. And maybe that will be a tower moment for them. But yeah, it just seems like, yeah, this is a very intense kind of person, and they can, maybe you said that to them too, like they're a little bit much or something. But yeah, okay, now let's get into their future wishes and intentions for this connection, and we'll see the next big action and who will take that. Okay, so for their future wishes, what they want the energy between you two to become, I'll use the Pulp Tarot again, just because the connecting energy right now is the Pulp Tarot. Oh my god, okay, that came out. Okay. 3. And then we'll get one card that is, and then we'll get one card from the Pulp Tarot as well. That is the next big action between you two. So this doesn't necessarily have to be like the next time you see each other. If you like work together or if you live together, next time you see each other, it could literally be like in the next hour or tomorrow or something. But it's like the next significant action that one or two will take towards each other that will change the trajectory of where you stand right now. I'm asking who is doing this by if the card shows up as like someone looking directly at the, like if you can see their face, if you can see their face, then it's your person doing the action, taking the action. Or if it's if it's like a hand, or if it's like you can't see their eyes, you can't see their face, then it will be you who will be taking the action. Yeah. Okay. Who will take the next big action? Okay. This came out. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. And this person is looking literally straight at the camera. So it seems like they will be taking the next action, and they will be coming in with maybe not an offer, but they will kind of, this kind of has a vibe of, you know that song by KDA and Twice, I'll Show You. Kind of has that vibe. Or like Confident by Demi Lovato, and I think there was a feature on that too, but I don't remember. But yeah, it seems like very girl boss kind of energy. So maybe they will be coming in looking very successful and like very like put together, and yeah, and like they will be, or like I guess in your perspective, they will be very like put together and very like organized. Yeah, there seems to be like organization here and like successful, and they will talk to you about this or do something about this connection. And then we'll take, actually let me just, yeah, we'll see, okay, what they want to happen between you guys. Okay, 9 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I think right now, like the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands is kind of right now, because right now they are dealing with 9 of Swords too, 9 of Wands too. I think they want to get out of this, or maybe they've already gotten out of this. They want this relationship to get out of the wounds of the past. It could be like the past between you guys. It could be like a past person, like an ex, or someone involving both of you. It could be a mutual friend or another family member that, you know, like that wounds on both of you. Like I think they want to like get out of that, and like trying to fight and trying to like have faith to get to this, like this new beginning. Page of Pentacles is very like, this person's like offering some kind of coin to another off-screen person. So it seems like or like to the world in general. So it seems like, yeah, it seems like they're very methodical, and they're very like aware that there's gonna be a lot of effort needed to be done to get to this point. Yeah, it's interesting because I just asked like what they want for the future of you two to be, and like they feel like they had to explain themselves, like where they would need, where they and you would need to go to even get to this point. So maybe this person also has like a habit of like over explaining. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, it seems like they want to come to you and offer you something. Yeah, and like maybe it is the next time that you, not the next significant thing that they do, is like they come in and they offer you all these coins. And yeah, okay, we'll see just the vibe of the connection after this action. Okay, with the Rainbow Tarot. Okay. Okay, one more. Actually, okay, that's enough. Okay, so yeah, the Fool and 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I definitely think after this action is taken, there seems to be like a big like reset button. So maybe whatever they offered you in the past doesn't really matter anymore. Whatever they said sorry to you about in the past doesn't matter. To both of you, it seems like after this action or this like breaking the ice, if you're not talking right now, there seems to be like a reset. And at first it is very like carefree and like just dive into the unknown, but you two are like cautiously optimistic, I would say. Like you keep your cards keep your cards close to yourself and like not share too much. Whatever happens beyond that, we'll have to see. But yeah, it seems like after this big action, there seems to be like a reset, and then there could be like potential for things to be very stable, very like normal, and very boring, I guess. But boring could be good sometimes, you know. But yeah, that's the future for this connection. Potentially, most likely, you know, things are never really set in stone, so take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, finally, we'll do some advice, some guidance from this deck that I got from Value Village. Honestly, it is very like Christian, like this whole deck, but I find a lot of the messages can be applied outside of the Christian lens as well. So take everything as it resonates, and yeah, we'll see what Spirits has for you as advice or guidance about this situation or in your life in general. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. So for your advice, we have focus on service. Okay. Go for it. Okay. And life purpose. Okay. So I think focus on service. This could be about focus on I guess service is not really a word I would choose, but focus on what you can give others in your life. Focus on, yeah, it seems like this situation is at a standstill, and it seems like you both are recognizing that with the justice here. And at this point, you know that person will come forward. So just don't focus on it too much and focus on what else you can do in your life. Maybe you have a service job. Maybe like you have like a server job or like waiter or some kind of a customer service kind of job, maybe sales. So focus on your job, focus on your other relationships, or focus on service on yourself. Like what kind of service that you can do to help yourself cope with this situation, help yourself like move through this might be like difficult energy at this time. And yeah, this image is very like fantastical. So yeah, there could be like a child. This is like a random message, but it just came through. A child or some kind of younger member of your family or like a younger person in your life, that you can be like more caring and compassionate and kind of mindful towards. And yeah, if that resonates, then yeah, take it. If it doesn't, let it fly. Go for it. I think if you're putting your life on hold for this, this energy could also be like you're saying no, not good enough, but you're still like holding out for it. So this is saying like this go for it, saying like if all these past attempts is not good enough, then maybe it's time to like just like go and like go for something else. On the other hand, if you feel like if whatever this person is proposing to you, it's like them doing all the work, doing all the planning, and then they present you with a complete plan, but you feel like it's not enough, then maybe you should plan it. Maybe you should tell them how to do things. Like if nothing's good enough, if all that they did or like all that they offered you was just like, you know, like you still see as not good, then maybe you should tell them what is good, you know, like go for it. You could like be straightforward. You can be the one who initiate. You can be the one who like come forward and tell them. I know that we saw that the next big action is gonna be them, but you can do like small things. You can do small things to show them how they can improve, or how they can come forward you in a way that you would like, you know, because I feel like this person, they're a little bit much, like they're a bit intense, but I think they are that way because they don't know exactly what you want. And if you keep saying no without reason why, that's why things keep failing between you guys. Maybe there's a miscommunication there. On a final note on this, it could just be like another opportunity that you have been thinking about for a long time, like an opportunity to self-improve and build your foundation even more. Yeah, if you've been hesitating because of this situation, or not even because of this, but for some reason you're not like sure, then this is just like further confirmation to go for it. Maybe in this new endeavor, you will kind of find more answers about this situation. I mean, I'm assuming you do want to know what's going on with them and what's going on with the future of your connection if you're watching this reading. So like maybe like a different path could lead you right back into this connection with a better knowledge or a different perspective, and it can help you kind of move through tougher things together in the future. And then life purpose, yeah, this is kind of like just like adding on to it. Whatever you're being encouraged to take action towards, it's like it's part of your life purpose, and it's something, it's not arbitrary and it's not stupid. I hear the word stupid coming up quite a lot. Maybe you tell yourself that this is stupid, or like this is like out of your reach, whatever. But this is confirming that it's not like maybe you never imagined this for yourself, this opportunity, but yeah, maybe just like you gotta learn to you're being encouraged to learn to accept the blessings that come towards you, and not question it, not push it away just because it's not what you're used to or what you expect for yourself. So yeah, to summarize, focus on other things in your life, or focus on the service, maybe giving back. Could be even giving back to this situation, and whatever you're inching towards and you feel like your intuition is guiding you, your heart is guiding you towards, it's not stupid, it's not pointless, and it can happen for you, and you should go for it because it's part of your life purpose. Okay, that was pretty specific energy, so I hope it resonates, and I hope it helps you get a little bit more perspective and a little bit more clarity. Thanks for joining me today. These are all the messages I have for you today. Thanks for letting me read your energy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hi there, How2. If you chose the So What Gudetama sticker, then this is going to be your reading. So to break it down, first we're going to do an energy check of you versus them, person A versus person B kind of style. And then we'll do a deep dive into what they're thinking and feeling about their connection with you, or just about you in general. And then we'll do a future wishes, like what they want the connection to become or keep being if it's already in that state. And then we'll do a future action. So what's the next significant action will be between you two, and who will take that. And finally, we'll do some advice and guidance for your situation. It can be relating to this connection between you and them, or it could be just in general in your life. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-shuffled your energy check off camera, but the deep dive into what your person is thinking versus feeling is going to be on camera. Okay, so the outermost cards will be how you are doing in your everyday life, like just your life, and not relating to this connection in specific. So this side will be you, this side will be them. If you feel like the energy is flip-flopped, like take that as well. Sometimes that's like further confirmation about mirroring. Maybe you're feeling the exact same thing about each other. But if you don't recognize your own energy in any of these, I would suggest checking out a different pile. Or if none of the energy checks resonate, then I would say there's no reading for you today. Sorry. But yeah, in the middle we have the connecting energy. For those who use the Pulp Tarot, really cool deck. Just to symbolize the connecting energy between you two. Yeah, let's get into it. So for your side, we have 3 of Cups and the Hierophant. And for your person's side, we have the Hangman and how they're feeling. Well, just their overall energy towards this connection with you. We have Death. And on your side, we have 9 of Pentacles. Okay. And your connecting energy is 6 of Wands. Okay. Okay. Right off the bat, there seems to be some kind of power dynamic here. So either you, like some kind of authority. So either this is someone older or you are like, maybe they're your parent or your aunt or uncle, or like someone who has like a high role in your family. Or it could be like within, maybe you work with this person and they're your boss or like your manager or something. Yeah, there seems to be, interesting, in their life they are being shown a different perspective. There seems to be some kind of awakening here. It could be like spiritual awakening, but it seems like some certain event has led them to look at things in a different perspective, and they are reflecting and they are looking at their life as a whole, and they're looking at how they've been doing things and planning on how to do things differently. Yeah, just like a lot of reflection and introspection on their part. Yeah, on your side, you have 2 cards instead of 1, the Hierophant and 3 of Cups. So I think it's interesting. It has a vibe of like you going out to party at night and then you like working all day. Also has a vibe of Cinderella for some reason. So maybe Cinderella, any of the Cinderella media could be significant. But I think in your life, you're trying to balance between work, between routine, between kind of like a schedule. Maybe you have some kind of deadline, but you're trying to like take care of that while also like having fun with friends, family, with loved ones. And yeah, and you're trying to find a balance in that. Like maybe you perceive that you have a good balance of these 2 things in your life right now. It seems to be like there's a lot of passion. Like this red is giving me passion, and a lot of creativity and like a lot of high vibrational vibes. Yeah, just very like a fun and busy time in your life. I think you're very busy right now, but you're having a lot of fun. And then within to each other, on their side there's Death, and on your side there is 9 of Pentacles. So I think on their side it's like, I think there's been some kind of change, even if it's not like a change within your dynamic in real life. There's been some change within your person about how they view this relationship. It could be for good and for bad, or for bad, we don't really know. But yeah, there seems to have been a shift. There seems to be some kind of shift, and it could be relating to this Hanged Man. Maybe their change of perspective. It's this change of perspective. I'm sensing there's a change of perspective on a lot of things, and maybe the relationship between them and you is one of those things. Yeah, let's say you are their boss, or you are their like like you're superior to them in some way, in some kind of role that's superior to them. um this kind of feels like they've crossed some bounds. Like they maybe in the past they thought that you were on the same page or like on the same level, but you're actually not. um and this is them like realizing that, and so they're trying to change their own demeanor, and they're changing their perception of the dynamic between you two. um I think you are, or at least before this reading, you are pretty oblivious to this, and you still think of you view this relationship between you two as very prosperous and very like there's a lot of potential. Like you see a lot of potential, you see a lot of success and fulfillment between you guys, and you just feel very proud. Maybe you're proud of both of you, or you're proud of this person for growing to this point. But I think in their brain, okay, a scenario I'm thinking of is maybe there's, yeah, maybe they did cross some bounds, and then you said to them like, hey, like this is not okay, like I'm still your superior. And then you, from your perspective, you've seen like they have changed, and they have like become better as at like keeping things, like keeping the lines uncrossed, like keeping things professional. It kind of really does feel like working together, or like maybe like family relationship. But yeah, like you've seen their growth, but I think to them they're still going through that growth, that change. Like they're in the midst of it, and they haven't come out to the other side yet. Whereas you see that they have already made a lot of progress since you've said that to them. So you're very proud of them, but they're on their side. I think they're still going through this awakening. So there's a lot of like growing pains on their side. They can't really see the change and the growth yet because they're in the midst of it, if that makes sense. And I think the energy between you two is relevant here as well, because Six of Wands is very much like, you know, that song Mean by Taylor Swift it's a pretty popular song. But like, yeah, it has that vibe of like, you know, being bullied and being underrated underrated when you were young, and then growing up and like being very successful, and like come back to your old town and like showing off and like showing everyone you can be anything you want to be. So like I think this connection between you two, like I think you both see that you can change and grow with the company, with the company of each other. I think there's a lot of yeah, there seems to be a lot of potential, and like I think you both see it. Just your person is a little bit more wrapped up in their own awakening now to actually see the truth of the situation, and you, it seems like you have more of a like a clearer understanding of where things are going. But yeah, like this is really beautiful, like beautiful energy of growing together and like being victorious. Yeah. And I think, yeah. Oh, as you can like, even in this card, there's like this person in yellow and this person in black and white, and this card is this person in yellow and this is black and white. So like, it seems like you will come together and you will have this victorious moment together, or like there's a lot of potential for that. And right now, deep down, you both already feel it. So this is like really beautiful energy between you. Like you're meant to come together to bring out the best of each other. And I feel like in your case specifically, it's about something relating to work, or like creative work, or your actual job, or like maybe your job is creative. Like it's something about work. It's something about like what you can create and what you can bring to the world, what you can give to other people. And it's not like in a more like professional setting, or like in if not professional, then like a creative setting. So it's not really about like cultivating community, or like interpersonal relationships. I don't really feel like that. It's like you both come together so you can learn to become even better and more efficient in your work environment. It kind of has that vibe. Okay, so now we're gonna deep dive into what your person is thinking versus feeling about your connection, or feeling about you specifically. So thinking is more like about their perception of where things are, and then feeling is more like really like just like deeper, how they feel about you as a person, or like as, I don't know, teammate, or like as a family member, whatever resonates, like just about you in a more like personal level. Okay, so perception, there seems to be a lot. Okay, and then how they're feeling. Actually, I'll take 3. Okay, how they're feeling about you and about this connection between them and you. Okay, I'll take maybe 2 more, 1 or 2 more. 1. Okay. So we have the Tower, we have 8 of Wands, and we have Ace of Cups. Okay. So I think on their side, they view that they see that there could be a risk. There could be like a situation where things get out of hand with you. I think they see you as a little bit chaotic or a little bit mysterious. The Tower gives like very like chaotic energy, like fast paced, fast moving. Same with the 8 of Wands actually. But like, yeah, they see that there is this risk here of like maybe you will butt head, and you will kind of like butt heads, and you will kind of have some kind of conflict. Like they're logically, because your personalities could be different, so yeah, so like there is a risk of miscommunication and conflict and fighting. Maybe you have fought before, and logically they're afraid of that repeating, because you both haven't, like, maybe that fight has something to do with your personality and not just like in that moment, so your personality really don't change. So there is a potential of, not potential, but a risk of that happening again, and maybe they see that. And then Ace of Cups and 8 of Wands. I think this, logically, this is something like really quick. Maybe you haven't even met them for too long. So I think if this is like a family member, this is not really relating. But if it's like something at work, maybe this is like your new job or something. There seems to be like, maybe you connect really quickly, you connect deeply really quickly, and then things happening all at once. And then there's like a tower moment crumbling down, or like maybe right now you're in this state of like things happening all at once, and they're afraid. Sorry, I don't know why I said you. Maybe you are feeling this way too, but like maybe they are feeling like, if this is happening to, not feeling, maybe they're thinking logically, like their logic side is seeing like, oh, based on my own track record, like their own track record, things that happen this quickly will end in ruins. So logically they're afraid of things becoming like this, or if this already happened in the past and they're trying to heal and they're trying to like be better and like change, they're afraid of it repeating again, or like they're afraid of, maybe that's why they're still so like, I'm still not grown, I'm still not, I'm still changing, I'm still growing, like you can't. Yeah, maybe they even say that. Maybe they even say like, oh, you can't forgive me this quickly. I don't know, that could be like very specific amount of people, but take it as it resonates. But yeah, like I think logically they could even see that the emotions between you two is something really fresh, really exciting and new. but yeah, like I think they are grateful for things happening. Like they are grateful that things are busy, and um yeah, it seems like they really wanted things to be busy. So this is like something that they welcome into. They're just afraid that things are gonna end badly, you know, because maybe they have a track record of rushing into things and things ending really badly. Um, but that's just like their mind. Um, Now onto their heart, what they truly feel about you. We have the Fool, okay. We have Page of Pentacles, and we have King of Cups. Okay, pretty masculine energy, I would say. Maybe you are a little bit more feminine in your. You don't have to be like a femme person. Like you don't have to be like femininity and masculinity exists in everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. But like this person seems to embody a more masculine energy more usually than you do. You seem to embody like a more feminine energy. Um, yeah, I really do feel like this person is someone like working under you or like younger than you, or like they are in some role that's like beneath you in some way. But yeah, like I think what they feel is they feel like a newbie. Maybe you have been in this industry for a long time, and um, or maybe not industry. Maybe at the place that you're working together, or like at the environment that you're in a lot, and like you know the ropes more. So I think what they feel to you is like they feel a little bit like newbie, like a baby, like a novice, like an apprentice. Um, and yeah, a little bit inferior, which I think that is something that you want them. Yeah, look at the sky, like the same color of the sky. It seems like you warned or like you had a talk with them about this like superior inferior like complex, and they're kind of like what they feel about that is like they're fully embracing that. They're embracing that they have a lot to go and they need to learn a lot more, and they're very excited about that. They're excited to learn under you. Yeah, you can see like this is like looking straight up at here. Um, and they're excited for this new journey, like this new change within your dynamic. Um, and yeah, Page of Pentacles, I think they see a lot of potential to learn. Um, with you, this seems like something that they something maybe something that you teach them or something that you tell them how to do, like give them instructions. They've never thought about things like that, and like they feel like, whoa, this is like something completely fresh and new to me, and it works. Like, and they feel really amazed by that. They feel like you're very wise. They feel like you're a good teacher. um and I feel like they feel like there's a lot of potential for growth within the both of you. Um, Honestly, this also feels like sometimes they do think that there's some stuff that you can learn from them as well. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's just what they feel. But I don't think they say that to you. I think that's just like what they keep within themselves. But this is like really beautiful energy of like growing together and like learning together. Um, and yeah, and King of Cups, I think they do have a lot of feelings for you. These feel more professional or like communal kind of energy, like in a communal space, whereas this feels more interpersonal. Personal. I feel like they do want to get to know you in a more personal setting, in whatever way that is. Again, literally don't doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be romantic too. Um, like they want to approach you and like show you who they are, not just in the way of what they can do, like what they can change for the relationship and like the things that they can do like productively or like efficiently, but more so like who they are at the core. I feel like they want to be vulnerable with you and they want you to be vulnerable with them. I think um yeah, and I think they just long for they see a lot of potential to get closer to you and like connect in a deeper on a deeper level. um yeah, and there seems to be like literally no ill will, like whatever they feel and think about you, they see a potential of like ruins, but I don't think they think that's because of you. I think it's because of their own track record of like rushing into things and like things ending up not right. But it's not about you at all. It's about like their own fears and their own insecurities. So whatever perception they have of you and like feelings they have towards you is like I would say like 90% like positive. I don't think they have any bad intent or like bad things to say about you, because they really think you are just like so wise and so, yeah, they understood whatever you said to them. I don't know that that's very specific, but like maybe you like had to sit them down and like had to tell them which line is which, and like maybe there were some boundaries being laid, and like they'd really respect you for even voicing that, and they'd really respect you, period. Like, and they want to get to know you on a more personal level. Okay, now we're gonna see what they want for the future. I mean, I think we kind of touch on it a little bit. Like they want you two to be closer, but we'll see what they want the vibe between you to be. Right now the vibe between you is growing together, 6 of Wands. I'll show you kind of vibe. Okay, let's see what they want your connection to be in the future moving forward. Okay, and then we'll pull one card to see who is making the next big action. So like if you live together with this person, or if you work together, then this is not necessarily about like the next time that you see them, but more like the next big action that will change the trajectory of your relationship. If you want this to like keep going like this, and like if they do want that as well, then this will be like the next action that will kind of strengthen your bond, like will kind of like, you know, like change your like commitment level to some degree. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so the way that I'm determining who is making this big action next is if it's like someone, if their face is to the viewer, like if you can see the face of the figure, then it's them making the action. If you can't see their face, like if it's a hand, or if it's like a figure that's turned away, or if there's no like human figure at all, then it will be you who will be taking the next action. So spirits, who is the next, who will make the next big action? Okay, there's 2 cards coming out. Okay, let's see what they want for your connection moving forward. Interesting. 5 of Wands and Strength. Interesting. I feel like they want to challenge, like they want some kind of challenge to come between you two, and they want, like, not to say like they want to fight with you, like they literally want to beat you up, but it's more like they want the differences to come into play. It seems like you guys both have been like walking on eggshells towards each other a lot. Like maybe you haven't shown, like they want to get to know you more, but to do that, it seems like they want to like confront the differences. It seems like you both have been like really careful towards each other so far, and they want to get to a point to agree to disagree with you, and they think like that could get you to like, could make like the bond between you like stronger, and could make the respect and the intimacy stronger by knowing each other's differences. Yeah, very interesting. I've never like interpret this card like this, but in this case, like 5 of Wands, it's about like different opinions, different perspectives, and I think this Strength card is a lot about like learning too. I think their mindset of like being a novice and like being a newbie kind of translates into what they want in the future between you two too. Like they want to learn more from you. They want to learn about different ways to do things, and through that grow your own interpersonal relationship and grow the things that you can do together. I think there's a lot of beautiful like working together energy, regardless of if you work together in a professional way. It could be like you work together in like a non-profit or like just one-off event, or like work together in a group dynamic like a friend group or like in a family. Yeah, regardless, I think they want to confront differences and from that grow together. I think this person is very like aware of how how like relationships are built upon. Like they are really aware that, you know, like differences can make or break a relationship, and they want to know if these differences are like big enough and like if this is like strong enough to withstand that. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Who would take the next action? So these two cards come out together, and we see there's four faces and one person without face. So it seems like the next time a big action will be made between you two, it involves a lot of people. And interesting how the Lovers in Four Cups is a little bit, it's very much like opposite. Like Four Cups is about like rejecting or like not caring, like apathy towards emotions, and the Lovers is very much about love, and connections and like divine timing and things like that. So I think the next action will be more like something out of love, like rejection because of protection, if that makes sense. Like there seems to be like maybe you or them asking for something from the other, and because of the situation around this situation, the circumstances around the situation, well, I'm just saying words at this point. Yeah, there seems to be like one party or the other will say no out of love, out of protection. Maybe they will ask you something, like they will ask you to, if they can do something, and you say like no, like it's not the time yet. Yeah, this card does give like it's not the time yet kind of vibes. So they will feel disappointed because you said that, but then they will come to realize that, you know, it's a part of growing, and maybe that's exactly what they wanted because they wanted the differences and they wanted the conflicts that will lead to like a stronger bond. But yeah, I think, okay, I'm gonna pull some like two more cards about what like the outcome of this next action, like what your dynamic, how your dynamic will change after the action, and then we'll get some advice. Okay, so how your dynamic between you two would change after this. Okay, the Devil and Nine of Cups. Actually, I'll get one more card. This is just like, okay, Lovers. Okay, Lovers. I think, yeah, it will. I think that it will kind of, it will be a testament. It will be a test. It will be a challenge for either this person or you or both of you to learn to accept the no, learn to accept the boundaries, and accept the situation that, you know, like that cannot be as you want it to be or as they want it to be. And if you don't, or if they don't, or if you two both don't accept the situation, then like a lot of toxic traits might come into play. But I think after this big action, there will be abundance. There will be more. This even those cups, I kind of feel like this is about money or about some kind of financial. Okay, let's just say one example, like a scenario of like you two working together, and this person is asking if they can take on a shift that is, you know, like on a very busy day, and you are like a coworker that's like higher seniority than them, or you're their boss or something, and you say no because they're not equipped for that. Like they're not equipped for that like high energy, high pressure, like busy environment just yet. Then they feel disappointed, but then they see like after the event happens, after the busy day, whatever, they see that you make a lot of money, or like that was like a very smart decision, and so they realize the love that was there all along. So I think at the end of it all, like they were disappointed because of this decision, but I think at the end they would realize the love, or like the just the care between you two, and like the care behind that decision to say no, decision to not let them do something. They will realize that, or you will realize that if it's like the other way around. And I think there will be like a lot of emphasis on love between two people. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, can be. I don't really see it that way, to be honest. I think there's a strong vibe like platonic love and care between people who work together or in a family setting. Yeah, I think at the end you two will kind of come to like a higher level of understanding of each other's way of communication, and like way of laying down boundaries. Yeah. Okay. I'll get some advice for you, what you can do about this situation. It could be relating to this connection, but it could just be about your life. Okay, spirits, what this pile 2 need to do, or is encouraged to do, take action towards. Oh my god, a lot of things happening at once. Perfect timing. Oh my god. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Focus on service, relationship. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What you are encouraged to do, I think, focus on your internal, like, not internal, focus on your interpersonal relationships at this point. It could be with this person, it could be with other people in your life. Like, maybe there's a specific relationship that you're being encouraged to like put more effort into it, or like maybe there's some conflict in your different relationships that you haven't addressed, but you're watching this reading about this person because you want to get away from it. Regardless, try to pay more attention to the relationships in your life that you already have right now. It seems like you and this person, there seems to be like more of a working relationship. I mean, I see that they want to get closer, but right now there seems to be just like working environment, or like more family, like very friendly and like civil kind of collaboration vibe, rather than like an actual interpersonal relationship. So your advice is just to not focus on this too much. There will be perfect timing where this will come into fruition, like whatever big event or like big thing that's gonna happen between you two, it will come at the right time that you need to know about it, so you don't need to stress about that. I don't know if you want to get closer to this person, yeah, then this advice is about like, you know, like you can open the door too, because they do want to get to know you better as well. And then finally, focus on service. This came out in pile 1 as well, so there might be like extra confirmation from that. I'm also kind of seeing maybe you 3, like you and this person and the 2 people in pile 1, or like you 3 or you 4 could be working in the same place. I mean, that's highly unlikely, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. But yeah, like focus on service. You could be working in a service job, like a bartender or like a server, waiter, or even sales. um, Focus on your work. Focus on, yeah, you found like a really good balance between work and having fun and like enjoying your life at the same time. So like just focus on that. Focus on living your life and like don't stress about this situation too much. I don't think you are, to be honest. Like I think like they were just acting a little bit weird, but I think, yeah, like they're just going through their own transformation, and like you, maybe you think that they've already gone out of it, but I think they're still in the midst of it. That's why they're a little bit reserved. But I think deep down, like they really do want to know you better, and like there's nothing to stress about. Like they literally have only good things to say about you. Like they recognize the risk, but that's their own problem. It's not about you at all. So there's literally nothing to worry about. And like whatever next big action that happens, whatever rejection happens, it will be perfect timing, and it will help them or you or both of you learn about, you know, boundaries, and about like rejection out of love, and like doing things out of love that doesn't seem right, you know. So, and that will come at the perfect time, you know. Don't stress about it. So yeah, that is everything I have for you today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for letting me read your cards. And I hope this was entertaining or help you clear up some stuff that you might have questions about. And yeah, thank you so much. If you like this, like, subscribe, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi to Prize 3. So if you chose the Ramen Gudetama, this is gonna be your reading. So to break it down, first we're gonna do an energy check of you versus them, person A versus person B kind of style. And then we'll do a deep dive into what they're thinking and feeling about their connection with you, or just about you in general. And then we'll do a future wishes, like what they want the connection to become or keep being if it's already in that state. And then we'll do a future action. So what's the next significant action will be between you two, and who will take that. And finally, we'll do some advice and guidance for your situation. It can be relating to this connection between you and them, or it could be just in general in your life. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-shuffled this off camera, but the deep dive about how your person is thinking and feeling about your relationship / about you will be shuffled on camera. Okay, so the outermost cards will be how you're doing in your everyday life, in your life in general, and these inner cards are about how your energy is towards each other. And the middle card, I'm using the Pulp Tarot today. Pulp Tarot, and it's gonna be your connecting energy. Okay, so on your side we have Page of Swords, and we have Eight of Wands towards the connection. On your person side we have Tower, and we have Strength towards the connection. And then finally, the connecting energy, we have Six of Pentacles. Okay. So I think on your, let's just start on your side. I think right now you're in your life, I think you are making a lot of connections. I think you're focusing on building community, and maybe you've been to a lot more like social events than you have in the past. There seems to be like trying out some new things that you haven't tried. So for example, like if you have like a hobby, but it has always been just like a thing that you enjoy by yourself, this is like you kind of reaching out to the community that enjoys the hobby as well. Towards the connection, I think this is something that has been in the back burner for a while. So maybe you have like, it's not like maybe you are in separation or like you're not talking to each other, but suddenly it changes. Like if this hasn't happened yet, then it will happen really soon if you like suddenly have an urge to like reach out to them. If you have been talking and like if it like the communication has been stable, then I think it has been like, you know, just like nothing really has been changing between you two for a while, but then suddenly you're being encouraged to, or you have, in the just like recently, taken some kind of like action out of the blue, that propels this connection forward in some way, or cause like a change in the dynamic between you two. Um, yeah, this feels like it could be romantic, but I'm really feeling like a friendship kind of vibe here, or like collaborator. Maybe you two work together, but I don't really see in a more like traditional work environment. Maybe you two collaborate together. There seems to be some fire energy here with wands. Um, on their side, I think they're going through some stuff. I think, um, yeah, I think there has been like an ending or like some kind of crisis that they've recently been in. Um, could be like internal, could be external, could be like something physical. It seems like they're still like going through the aftermath of that. So let's say like maybe they got evicted or something. Maybe not something that serious, but like something that feels like the world is ending, or like one chapter of their life is ending quite abruptly, and they are dealing with that, in their life right now. I do think it has some ties to whatever you're going through. Maybe a situation that kind of comes to mind is, maybe you guys have been friends, like casual friends, online friends for a long time, and like you casually talk to each other like a few times a year or something, or like you reply to each other's stories or something like that. But then like this really horrible thing happened, like some kind of accident or breakup or whatever happened to them, and you got news of it, so you come in and you like start talking to them again, and that really like make your connection or your relationship like stronger. But it feels like very out of the blue. Even this, like now that I think about this, like this could be like you in your life, you're, yeah, like I said, you're trying to like connect with more people who have the same interests, or like trying to like go to things, go to social events more, and like socializing with people more. I think one of the maybe this relationship between you and them is like one of the your endeavors in your effort to socialize with more people. So like for example, like maybe you have a lot of like online friends like this, and like you're trying to like reach out to people more, and like it just so happens that you reach out to them when they're going through a crisis and like something hard, um or like they reach out to you first and they didn't really expect you to do anything, but like since you are already on a mission to broaden your horizon when it comes to like people you talk to and like your connections, you take this on as an opportunity to like even strengthen your bond with this person. um yeah, it kind of has a vibe, something like that. Six of Pentacles feels more, usually I would say like this card feels very like charity, or like giving back, or like being generous to one another, and um kind of giving what you have to spare kind of vibes. So I think whether, no matter what the situation is, I think this person, their vibe towards this connection between you two is like you bring them a lot of strength, and they become a lot stronger because of whatever you said. It could be like you reaching out first, they reaching out first, doesn't really matter. It's just like whatever you said to them, or whatever you do for them, like what kind of support that you show to them, brings them a lot of strength, and they're very grateful for that, because they're still, yeah, they're still going through a rough time with the rest of their life. Not the rest of their life as in, like from now until they die, but like it's like the other aspects of their life is like they're still suffering the consequences of this tower moment, whatever that may be. And you kind of swooping in at the right time, whether intentional or not, um, really brings them a lot of clarity and a lot of strength and encouragement. To elaborate more on the connection, the connecting energy, I think right now you two are feeling a lot of generosity from each other. Um, I don't know, like maybe you have some kind of savior complex, which I personally don't condone, but you know, you do you. Um, but like regardless of the intention, whatever you both you and them feel like you are receiving from each other a lot of the strength and a lot of the validation that you need in your life. Um, yeah, maybe you seeing how grateful they are and seeing how much you can help them to help boost your ego too. Um, again, like I personally, I don't think that's a healthy way of like thinking, like mindset, but again, that's just like one situation. But regardless, yeah, I think you're both like, I'm hearing unexpectedly, like both of you didn't really expect the other to act this way. Like you just like reaching out to them. Yeah, maybe you didn't know about this tower thing. Maybe this was not public, and you just reaching out to them because you have this agenda of your own. Um, but then it was like the right timing for them, and so they show you a lot of gratitude, and from that you feel really good. Like it kind of has like a reciprocal kind of feeling, regardless of your intentions. And yeah, there's like a give and take, and yeah, I think right now you're both giving each other exactly what you're needed. And I think you're very much on the same page about that. Like whatever you're showing, they know, and whatever you're feeling about this, it seems like they know, and whatever they're feeling about it, it seems like they're showing to you as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the deep dive is like what you already know about this. But yeah, okay, now we're gonna go into what they think about this connection between you two, or about you as a person, and what they feel about all of this. Um, okay. What they think is more like a perception, or like what their logical mind would like perceive this, and what they think is like what is actually in their heart space, if that makes sense. Okay. So spirits, oh my god, there's a lot of cards. Okay. Okay. Spirits, what do pile three's person think about them or this connection? Okay. Okay, this card came out earlier, but yeah. Also, one thing I do want to note, when I was shuffling this, and even now, it seems like it was very concise. So either you or them or both of you have a very like methodical way of doing things, and like, or you bring out that side of each other. Like, seems to be like a process of like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you both like follow like a certain pattern when it comes to like your thinking, like your critical thinking, and your thought process and things like that. Yeah, okay, so this is what they think. I'll flip that up later. And then what do they feel about you and about the relationship between you two? Okay. Yeah, like I usually let the cards fall out, but today for this reading, for your reading, pile three, I'm being called to just like take cards out myself, not let them fall out. You know what I mean? Like catch them before they fall out. So that's a really like interesting change. But yeah, okay. What they think? Ace of coins, 3 of coins. Okay. Interesting how I said that this was like it felt more friendly, but there's a lot of coins energy, and usually coins is about like money and like monetary abundance and like more logistical things. So it seems like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of maybe two of you are more like not necessarily using each other, but it's more like a casual kind of friendship that is like you gain something from each other like specifically, and it's not like you're like interested in each other's lives per se, which is totally cool as long as everyone's on the same page, which I think you both are. Okay, what do they feel about you? Okay, 8 of coins, king of coins, again like a lot of pentacles energy here, a lot of earth energy, page of wands, and the emperor. Okay, so I think what they think about you and about this relationship is they think that this is a good opportunity to invest. It could be emotionally, it could be time, it could be actual money. um Not like investing in you, like investing money in you, but investing in maybe you guys could collaborate. Yeah, this card is about collaboration and working together. um I think this encounter, or like the connection that you guys have right now, I don't know why I did air quotes, but it feels like you do that. Maybe you or them do that when you talk about connection between you two, but whatever, yeah, however that resonates. Um, it seems like you both see a potential, or like, I guess, well, it this is like about what they think, but I do think you kind of feel, you kind of think the same too. It's like there's a potential to grow together. There's a potential to work on something together. There seems to be like, yeah, maybe they're considering you to be like a business partner. Right now it's very friendly. um Maybe they have like a plan that they would love to like work with you on. And yeah, they seem to think you're a very like reliable seed. I don't know, that sounds weird, but like, I don't know, like, yeah, they see a lot of potential in you, potential to grow. It seems like whatever you industry you guys are in, maybe you're not, you're just starting out. Maybe that's why you're like reaching out to all these people. But like it seems like they see a lot of potential for growth in you, and they want to collaborate and make something with you, like create something, some kind of project, work on. Um, yeah, and it seems like this is like part of their plan of rebuilding. Maybe the tower moment, it kind of like destroyed some other plan that they had. Um, Maybe you guys bonded over that, and yeah, because of that, it gave them a lot of strength. Um, yeah, like logically, they do see you as someone who's very reliable and someone who has a lot of potential, but doesn't have a lot of experience yet. It kind of feels like that way. So like they feel like they could teach you a lot, and then your fresh perspective could teach them a lot too, like about like a new way of looking at things. I'm also like seeing a scenario where, yeah, maybe you're both artists, or like you're both in the same industry, and this person, maybe they've been stuck in their ways for a long time, and then it finally stopped working. And so you coming in with a fresh perspective and you offer that to them, and they find a lot of strength and a lot of comfort in that. And they say like, oh, the future is bright, the future of the industry is bright because there's like people like this. And then they really want to like collaborate with you, and like to learn from you, and to teach you the things that they've done, and teach you the lessons they learn from their own tower moment, and like things that they've been doing for a long time but doesn't work anymore, you know? Um, okay, what they feel about you, I think they feel like you're a hard worker. They feel like you don't really, yeah, even based on this, like the way that you come off, your energy comes off, it feels like you're very like focused on the positive most of the time, and you don't really show your struggles, and you just kind of like a very like go 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 kind of person, and like very like golden retriever energy is what I'm hearing as well. And I think what they feel about you is they want to they want to know what's beneath not facade per se, but like what's beneath this high energy face that you put on, and like what what kind of fuels you, what kind of like motivates you to even be this like passionate and this like creative. Yeah, what fuels your creativity and what fuels your hard work and your work ethic. I feel like they'd really want to learn more about that. Not even just because it's about feelings. I think they want to collaborate with you like on a logical level, but I think there's some emotions here about like wanting to know you more as a person. Um, but I'm not really sure if it's to get to know you better and like develop like a more like sentimental connection between you two, but I think it's just to be more informed about how you do the things that you do. Because I feel like if they, this is kind of like your secret ingredient, whatever that means. Um, but like it seems like they want to know your secret on how you keep motivated and like keep being on your way, even though there might be a lot of setbacks on your path. How do I feel about you? King of Coins is just to add to the Ace of Coins. I think they feel that you have a sense of wisdom and like a sense of like accomplishment that they can't really explain logically. Like they feel like you, yeah, if you belong in that example that I gave earlier about being like really new to the industry and like having a very youthful energy. Um, I think they also see that you're very like wise and like have a lot of like a sense of, yeah, a sense of accomplishment that they can't really place in their logical mind, and like that really intrigues them. And that's something they also want to know more. I think these two kind of go together, of like how you can be so young and so wise. That's what I'm hearing. um but they also see like, yeah, with that they also see the youthful side of you. I think they're drawn to your youthful side because it makes them laugh is what I'm hearing. It's like it makes them, it adds a lot of fun to their life. Maybe this situation was very traumatic and very serious, but because you came in with this like really fresh energy and like this energy of a Page of Wands, a very like hot-headed and like youthful and like, oh, it's gonna be okay, like a very like positive energy, like it makes things lighter for them, and like they really appreciate that, and like they really, their heart space is like singing. I'm hearing their heart space is singing because you came in with that. um but then finally, yeah, I do think they think this could be like this connection between you and them could be very fulfilling and very long term. I don't think they want to, yeah, like with this, I said that they wanted to know what is behind, like what motivates you. But I don't think they necessarily want to get closer to you in a more sentimental or emotional way. I think they see this as like not like a purely collaboration. Like I do think they do care about you as a person, but I think it's more like for research purposes for the most part. And I think that they right now, what they can see is that this can become something long term in terms of collaboration and in terms of learning from each other and like sharing experiences. And um in this, yeah, I keep hearing in the same industry, in the same like realm of something, like realm of maybe you're in the same fandom or like some kind of like shared hobby, things like that. Yeah, I think ultimately they just really want to learn more from you and learn more about your experiences so that they can inform their own accomplish accomplish like accomplishments, and they can inform their own path and like how they can rebuild their broken tower. Yeah, there's not a lot of like sentimental feelings here, I don't think. It's more like yeah, like a friendly um learning from each other, like fellow in the community kind of vibe. Okay, so okay, so we kind of touched on that a little bit, but I'm gonna pull some cards for, or one card or a few cards for how they want this connection to become in the future. I mean, I guess this is kind of that, but this is also about like what they see, you know, like what they see it becoming, not necessarily what they want if it's different. Um, but yeah, we'll do like what they want it to become, like the connection between you two. Right now is Six of Pentacles, so we'll use Pulp Tarot for that, and then we'll see what's the next big action between you two and who will pick that. Okay, so first, what do they want this connection to become? Okay. And then who will take the next big action? So for this, I'm going to determine who will take it by seeing if on the card, if the face of the figure or the figures on the card is shown, then it's them who will take the action. If it's like just a hand, or you don't see the face, or the face is covered or looking elsewhere, or you only see the back of the character, then it will be you who will be taking the action. Okay, so what action will pile 3 or their person take, and who will take them, that will change the trajectory of this connection for the better or for worse. And then finally, we'll pull some cards about what is the, not outcome, but like what kind of like how will your connection change after this big action? How will your connection change? Okay, so for what they want your connection to become, we have Tower. Interesting. And Knight of Wands. Okay. I feel like, okay, this could be just for like a very limited number of you. This person might have a survivor or like damsel in distress kind of complex, like they want to be saved in some way. That's just like for a number of you. I think they want some kind of big thing that like affects both of you. Maybe okay, this is like it looks like a hotel or something, or like a school, I guess. So I think this is giving, they want to bond with you, like they want you two to like come together when there's like a big disaster that hits the industry, and you can like talk about it together. I don't know, this is like very specific, but that's what's coming through. Like they want to, yeah, it seems like they want to like bond with you through crisis in the future. Yeah, maybe this person is like, because this is how they met you, like this is how you came into their life, they might be like attached to it, like this way of talking to you is just to get away from their bad situation. I will say though, like if this is some kind of kink, or like if it's just some kind of like toxic attachment style, then please be safe, and like please don't associate with like people who, you know, it's like only coming to you because of crisis. Like I mean you have your own free will and like you choose whatever you do, but I'm being called to say that if this person is like only like coming to you, or like creating these situations where they self-victimize themselves, just to like come to you and like tell you to come and save them, like save them from their messes, that is not healthy. And like please keep yourself, like keep your energy safe from these kind of behaviors. Otherwise, I think, yeah, they want to. Otherwise, in some other cases, so like for people who didn't really resonate with what I said about the tower before, I think they want your relationship to be, they want to bond over whatever you've been fucked over, to like commonly, if that makes sense. Like maybe you're in the same industry. Let's say this is like an art industry, because I know a little bit about art industry. So I'll give an example on that. So maybe they want to talk to you about the booming of AI. Like they want to talk to you about like something that you've both been affected of, like severely, and they want to bond over that, and they want to like create, like, yeah, Knight of Wands is about creation. It's about like very like hot-headed, kind of like marching into the fire kind of energy, and like bringing the fire with you. So yeah, maybe they want to use some kind of common traumatic event to like inform and inspire your future collaboration and like your creative work that you create together. A lot of create, why do I keep saying create? Yeah, but like it seems like, yeah, if it's not like a toxic person who like keeps replicating disasters just to get saved, then it's, yeah, I do think it's like they want to bond over like past trauma and past like trauma bonding in a healthy way, you know. And they want to use that as fuel to create something with you, like to like co-create some kind of project with you. And yeah, I think that's all I'll say about that. And then we'll see who will take the next big action. Okay, Eight of Wands. It's no figure in sight. Oh, there's like a figure, but they're like far away. So I think the next action will actually be from you. And not Eight of Wands is very like quick energy, so this could happen really quickly, maybe like in a week or two, or even sooner than that. But I think the next person who will reach out and like, I'm hearing like put a label on things. So maybe you will initiate this project, whatever project that you guys want to work on together, or you will come in and say like, oh, I really want to learn more about what you do and like how you do things, or things like that. Like maybe I do think, yeah, Eight of Wands here. So maybe you already are in this energy of like reaching out to them. And so I think this, whether it be ongoing or right now or in the near future, there will be a talk about like, you know, bringing your ideas together and bringing your connection to the next level, whatever that means. It could be like working together on a project, which I'm mostly seeing, but it could also be about friendship and about like, you know, learning from each other's experiences. Yeah, but I do see this happening really quickly, and like it's coming from you. Then we'll see how the dynamic of the connection will change after this action. So we have Four of Swords and Nine of Cups. Okay. Four of Swords is like a card about rest, and it's about like to let things marinate, and like, you know, you have everything, you have all the swords like prepared, so if anything disturbs you, you can, you know, you're well equipped to like protect yourself. And I think in this case, it's like after this rush of excitement and emotions, there will be a moment of silence. Oh my god. Maybe you guys share memes with each other or something, or like say really corny jokes to each other. I don't know. But like Four of Swords, this could be about like, yeah, after this rush of excitement, there will be like a period of rest and period of letting things marinate, and just like focusing on your own lives. There might not be a lot of communication after this big thing. And then you will, I think at some point you will come together, and this feels like a celebration of your own successes. So like, I think actually this is kind of giving, maybe in this meeting of the Eight of Wands, you would like literally say everything you need to say. They will say whatever they need to say. And then it will be silent, and that you're both okay with it. You're both like very content with that, and like you learn everything that you need to learn about each other in that moment. And then when you finally reconvene, when you finally meet each other again, or talk to each other online, whatever, you're talking about your own successes. Okay, one or two of you might have like narcissistic tendencies. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not accusing you on anything. If you like associate with that, like take whatever resonates. But I think like you kind of feed off each other's egos a little bit, and you're both like maybe not fully aware, but you're both like really enjoying it. And so next time that you see each other, maybe you will like separately talk about your own successes. And even though the other is not necessarily like congratulating you or like supporting you in any way, you feel supported just by them telling you about their successes, and they feel supported by and like celebrated by you telling them about your successes. Yeah, maybe you have like a really unconventional way of communicating, but yeah, that's what I see after this big action that you're gonna take, and like this big meeting that would change the trajectory of your relationship. Okay, finally we'll do 3 advice cards, guidance. Okay, for this situation, or it could be outside, it could be just in your life in general. Yeah, very methodical. Like I've never shuffled like this, but you know. Okay, we'll have change in direction. Okay, daydream, and time to go. Okay, interesting. Okay, actually this is a very clear message, and I suddenly have more messages about these two. So I think another interpretation of what will happen after the big action that you're gonna take is, yeah, there's gonna be a moment of rest, but also I think one or two of you, like one or both of you, will have a change in direction, and seems like one of or two of you will exit the industry or exit the environment that you were both in. And so that's why there's a disconnect in here. It doesn't seem like you're ignoring each other. It just seems like your path have gone like in different ways in some way. Maybe that's why there's a rest here, because you're not like in the same environment anymore. But then coming together and like sharing your own wins in your own path. And even though you both, maybe you don't understand each other as well as before because you have like a shared context or like shared industry, but you still like are happy for each other. That's what I'm hearing. But anyways, about your advice, I think, yeah, there's a heavy emphasis on change in direction and time to go. I think you're being encouraged to let go of something. Could be relationship, could be like a habit, it could be your job, it could be a specific thing that you do in your job. So it doesn't have to be like you have to change jobs or like change where you work at, but it's more like maybe you have like a certain process at work and it doesn't work anymore, and so that caused like a lot of problems with the tower here. And so you're being encouraged to like have a change in direction it's time to go. It's time to like try new things within the scope of whatever you're comfortable with or not comfortable with. Maybe it's time to like step out of your comfort zone, and you're being called to like daydream. And this is not about daydreaming about things that literally cannot happen. Even though it might seem like that, it's like just like, yeah, I'm hearing spirits say like humor me, just envision your life in this way, like envision your life without suffering, without the tower. Like, I don't know why I'm like mixing up your energy with them. Maybe you have gone through a tower moment too. But yeah, like maybe daydreaming about what you could have instead of like, I'm hearing the term mooching off. I'm not accusing of you of that, but like instead of like just hearing others out, maybe hearing yourself out. That's what I'm hearing. Like maybe like hearing about what you truly want. And maybe you've been going to all these social events and like trying to like, you know, like be so helpful and be so enthusiastic and eager because, and to hear other people's life stories and like to help other people is because you're trying to run away from your own desire. So this is just to say like to give in to your own desire and like try to focus on what you truly want to do and what you truly want to achieve and like the people that you want to associate with in your life and honor that. And if this direction and like you feel like you're trying too hard in this endeavor, maybe it is time to change and it is time to go on a different path. Yeah, sometimes challenges can, you know, like make you stronger in that same direction, but maybe sometimes challenges are like, you know, just a sign that you should change to a different path, you know, like, yeah. And I think you're being strongly encouraged to maybe not like leave something entirely, but like just change certain parts about your life that will more align to what you truly want. And maybe it is unconventional. Maybe it is something that, you know, like someone in the industry, like all the people in the industry or like in the environment, no one has ever done that before. And maybe that's why you're trying to connect to many people, because you want to know if that has ever been done. So you want to like follow someone else's footsteps. But this is saying like, you know, like you know what's best for you. So yeah, you don't need someone to set an example for you. You can just do that, you know, and like your fresh perspective is very valuable to someone who knows the industry, who knows this environment. So like it can be valuable to you too. Like you need to see that about yourself. Yeah. Okay. That's everything I have for you today. Thanks for letting me read your cards, and I hope this was helpful. I hope this was interesting at least, and I hope you gain some clarity in moving forward. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.